Yeah, elves to slaves. You know, Christmas, it's the day after Christmas, actually, 2025. And does the slavery end today? Or do we just continue to play this ridiculously stupid game? Acting like we're celebrating a holiday when really all we're doing is destroying ourselves, destroying our families, destroying the entire meaning of life and happiness and joy. It's just crazy. And I'm not, listen, I don't mean for this to be a negative video. In fact, for me personally, it's very positive. But anyway, welcome back. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. And if you wouldn't mind, leave a comment down below. Now, let's get into it. You know, we are a consumerist society, right? This is how our system works. We must buy things. We must spend money in order for the economy to survive. I get that. But it has gotten to the point now to where it's absolutely ridiculous what goes on, specifically in the United States, at Christmas. I mean, we have all witnessed the enormous amounts of money that were spent, mostly on absolute garbage that many people won't even use. And I find it hilarious that I had some family in here from Europe, and they think the price of things here is very cheap. Yeah, and things are very cheap here. The only difference is, in Europe, you have free healthcare, you have, I mean, you name it. They get 7 weeks vacation a year. At Christmas, in Europe, you have 10 days off. So they pay more for everything. They pay VAT, which, by the way, kind of translates to a tariff in some ways. I'm going to do a video on that soon. Don't knock the tariffs just yet. But that VAT that they pay in Europe, which is, you know, a high percentage that's attached to everything you purchase, all of that money goes to government programs. Now, I'm a capitalist. I'm not saying that we need to become Europe. But what I am saying is that we're definitely slaves in America to this system, and we don't really get much for it. You know, there's still this illusion of the American dream and all this kind of stuff, but you're really not getting, you know, any bang for your buck. So what you've done over the last month or so is you've driven yourself absolutely crazy, buying this and buying that and organizing this and organizing that. And by the way, spending lots of time around people you don't even like. Some of those include family members. And you only see the craziness of all this when something goes wrong in your life. I have somebody very close to me who has cancer, for instance. And you just, when you see somebody go through that, and then you walk away from that, and you walk back out into society, and you look around at the craziness of it all, and you're like, this is really stupid. Now, it would be different if people were having fun, but they're not having fun. That's the funny part. Like Christmas, to me, Christmas used to be fun. You got together, you had a few drinks, you had a few laughs, you know, you had a meal. But now it's almost like a competition. Who can have the best decorations? Who has the best turkey? How did you cook your turkey? Or how did you cook your ham? Or what did you have? Or what designer clothes did you buy? Or how many gifts did you get? Or how big is your tree? I mean, it's just ridiculous. I was at somebody's house the other day. They had 4 Christmas trees. 4. Not 1, 4. Now, I'm not sure if that house had anything to do with Christmas or somebody's ego who was trying to keep up with the Joneses. Now, the other thing is, where does all that crap go, right? What, do they have a storage unit? Does it go in the garage? It certainly couldn't fit in this particular garage. And then where I live here in Charleston, South Carolina, there's like thousands, it feels like thousands, maybe it's many, well, it's probably multiple thousands. I wouldn't say hundreds of thousands, but multiple thousands of those storage unit places going up. So what do? You buy a bunch of crap, buy a bunch of Christmas trees, put them in your house once a year. Then you pay 100 or 150. I don't even know. How much is a storage unit? If you have a storage unit, let me know down in the comments down below. What's a 10 by 10, for instance, storage unit? I presume it's a couple of $100 a month, right? It's got to be. I don't know. Maybe it's cheaper than that. But you're going to store all that crap that you're not going to use for another tree. And then, the year goes really fast. And before you know it, you're back into the garbage again. And again, I'm not bah humbug. I'm not a miserable person. All I believe is this. And I'm doing this myself, by the way. Next Christmas, I'm not buying into any of it. I'm not. I've already told my family, look, we're not doing this. I'm not going to sit here and compete with your house and the other one's house and what dinner you had and what you did here and what you did there. I want us to sit in a room and just chat. Not about politics, not about religion, not about your views on poverty. There's nothing worse than sitting around at Christmas in a house with 4 Christmas trees talking about poverty. At that point, you are just so full of shit that you just don't even know what your brain is or what it's about. And everybody brings this up around Christmas, poverty. Oh, the poor people. What are we going to do about the poor people? Most people I know don't do anything about poverty. That's why I've always said, when you give charity, when you do a charitable deed, don't tell anybody. Just don't tell anybody, because that's real charity. That's what real charity is. And listen, I'm just going to jump off here and get a cup of coffee. Watch how I do this. Grok, take me to Siwi Outpost.
Setting navigation to Siwi Outpost at 4,853 North, Highway 17 in Awandaw, South Carolina. It's just 0.4 miles away, adding 2 minutes to your trip.
Thanks, Grok. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Safe drive.
So anyway, folks, that's Tesla FSD 14.2.2.25, which is the latest version of software for my Tesla. Now we're going to go into this parking lot, and it's going to park me. It's actually trying to find, let's see, it's trying to find a parking space here. So listen, what do you think? What do you think about this whole Christmas thing? Isn't it just ridiculous what we're doing? Like, I mean, what's your plan next year? Are you going to buy into this thing again? Or are you just going to do something simple? Like maybe have a menu at your house where you have, 1 or 2 items. You don't have to have a whole pile of appetizers for everybody. So much so that the appetizers would actually feed all the homeless that you supposedly are feeling sorry for. What are you going to do? I know next year I'm not doing any of this. Maybe I might even, in fact, I spoke to one of my family members. I think I want to go to another country. I want to go away. It would be cheaper. Right now, it would probably be cheaper for most people to just fly to another country and have Christmas dinner in some cafe or at some street food vendor. And, if you pray to God. If you go to church, go to church. If you do whatever the hell you do, if you worship the sun, kneel down on a mat and worship the sun. I don't care what you do. But is all this craziness worth it? I mean, is it really, really, really worth it? And like I said, I didn't want this to be a negative video, because it's not a negative video. I know that people are watching this going, man, he's right. I mean, I am not buying into this shit anymore either. So let me know in the comments. And also, let me know what you did for charity this Christmas. Who did you help? Did you help a homeless person? Did you donate clothes? Which I do all the time. I mean, my closet is practically empty because I'm moving towards more of a minimalist lifestyle. And now I get more of a thrill out of giving stuff away than actually buying stuff. So anyway, tell me in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you had a great Christmas, no matter what the deal is. And let's look forward to the new year now too, okay? Thanks very much for watching. There's discount links in the description for Tesla and other products. And if you like what you saw here today, do me a favor, buy me a cup of coffee. There's a link in the description. Thanks.